Hey everyone, Marie Young here, and I am pleased to have Brian Waltman, the producing branch manager at Embrace Home Loans, here to tell us some very exciting news. Brian?
So the exciting news is that the federal government just changed the county loan limits all across America, and that has a very profound impact on Basking Ridge and the surrounding areas. And here's why. So in America, each county has their own loan limit. And once you go over that loan limit, the federal government will no longer buy your loan. And that's where you become what's called a jumbo loan. All right. So a jumbo loan is a loan that Fannie and Freddie will not purchase and then has to go to a jumbo investor. Now, when you become a jumbo loan, those jumbo loans are going to have higher interest rates. They're going to have stricter underwriting guidelines. They're going to have stricter down payment guidelines. So what you really want to try to do is stick to those county loan limits so your loan can go to Fannie or Freddie. Now, in New Jersey specifically, we have what's called a mansion tax, and this is very important for our area. So once you go over $1 million purchase price in New Jersey, you have a 1% tax that has to be paid. So for instance, you buy $1 million house, you're going to have $10,000 worth of closing costs or worth of fees added to your closing costs as the mansion tax. And in New Jersey, it's very popular to have that 999 offer price to try to stay under and avoid that mansion tax. So about up until a few weeks ago, the county loan limit in Somerset County was $765,600. Now what that meant is if you were going to buy $1 million property, you'd have to put down almost 25% down on that to stay within those county loan limits. So just recently, and this is a pretty sizable jump, the federal government just raised Somerset County's loan limit to $822,375. That means you can get away with putting down less than 20% to not only avoid the mansion tax, but to still get fantastic interest rates and have your loan be able to be sold to Fannie and Freddie. Now, for us, that's huge. That can equate into what, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 worth of down payment money that you can save in your pocket and still get the prime rates that somebody would get if they were going to stay within those county loan limits. So that's really huge news. It's really huge news for our area. And with how low rates are, it's a substantial savings in your pocket for your down payment and a substantial savings in your interest rate for sure.
So if I wanted to recap, if I bought a house for $1 million, and let's just say 999, but we'll call it $1 million, and I'm financing 80%, that's an $800,000 mortgage. And a few weeks ago, that would put me in jumbo territory, probably a higher rate and lucky if I get it, or else I'd have to put more money down and go to 765. And now 800 is within those limits. So it's like taking out any mortgage.
That's it. Exactly right. And something like, this pandemic, as much of a negative effect as it's had on the economy, it's actually reinvigorated, houses that are in this price range, right? They're becoming a lot more desirable. Houses with more square footage, houses with pools, houses with things like larger backyards. This stuff is really in demand right now. So, the federal government's making it, more attainable for more people. And that's what's really, really important here.
Well, Brian, this is great news. And you're right. It fits right into the whole live, work, play that everybody's looking for now. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. And if anybody needs me, I'm available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. My cell phone number is 908-295-4891. Call me, text me. I'm snowed in like everybody else, and I'm here to help. So.
And don't lose that number, folks. He's the best. I know. I've called him quite late and we've gotten really great help. Thank you,
guys.
Brian.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Okay.